Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. It's time for Inktober again. It's the 11th day of this event and the prompt is cruel. So that made me think to draw a cruel, evil looking character. And I had a lot of fun yesterday practicing my Ikemen skills. So I decided to draw another one. This guy is a bad guy. So I've mostly finished the sketch. I remembered this time. I used Dad's Studio again to get the pose. It's just a plain, generic body with a gray skin put on, just so I can see the perspective, the general anatomy. And this time I remembered to create a light source, since he's evil and this is supposed to be, he's doing something cruel. I decided to put a really strong light source on there, and then also that's good for Inktober, just to practice the super dark, light, heavy contrast. So I don't know exactly what he's doing, but his hand is closing in on the viewer, and his expression is a little unsavory, so you can imagine whatever he's doing. Just remember that it's cruel. So I put him in I always like my bad guys well dressed, so I just put him in a shirt and tie. I wasn't imagining what kind of clothes he was wearing. At first I was like, maybe I should just make him naked. But I decided not to let people get distracted with that. So I put him in a shirt. And he's pretty basic. I wanted to focus more on the contrast with this one. I want to do a lot of really heavy dark ink. So like with his hand, there's like this part's totally black. I love this program so that I can see this stuff, and the light source is mostly like on his face and here on his shirt, but this part is going to be really super dark and this is a lot lighter. So I'm using my Inktober Art Snack supplies again this time, switching back and forth between my two inking boxes, I guess. And definitely going to be using that. I think I might, just so that I can get a little more use out of this blue ink, make either his eyes or his hair or both blue. So I'm definitely gonna use that. I wonder if I should just use this to do the basic outline and then I can fill it in with the brush. So I'll start. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to start with my dip pen to get the outline of the hand. This nib that came in the Art Snacks Inktober collection isn't very good for making a wide variety of marks with just this one nib. It's generally the same size line, but I think that'll be fine for this. Got some ink on here. That's one thing that's not good about this pen, even though this is like a great grip. Well, I guess it's partially this thing's fault too. The opening is so small on this ink pot that it's extremely easy to get this dirty. And since this is cork, like, this is never coming off. This ink is never coming off. Oh well, it's just a sign that this pen is actually being used and fulfilling its purpose. At first it wasn't a problem. This is the first time I've had a problem with getting ink on the cork here, and I think it's because I'm using so much ink that the level is going down low enough that I have to put this whole grip in there. When at first it was enough to, yeah, I didn't get any ink at all. I wonder if there's curses. Okay, maybe this will be annoying to do the whole time, but little things like that are what makes a supply an art tool. It helps make it stand out. So this had been designed with a larger mouth, or if this didn't have quite so big, they would have worked together much better. It's too bad that little details like that seem to have been missed with the curation of this Art Snacks collection. It does have a dropper so you can take ink out and put it elsewhere, but I really prefer not to do that. Why make another dish or whatever dirty when you can just get the ink right out of there? Seems silly. My hands are getting all inky because of this. Wow. Okay. This will use this as well for some of this stuff. Dipping is so much more annoying when you have to keep picking up the bottle in order to tilt it. I don't know why I suddenly got a craving for Red Lobster. But last time we ordered from them, we ordered with their like mobile ordering or something, online ordering. And they messed up tons of stuff about our order. So on the one hand, I love the food except when it gets messed up. So I almost always order the same thing there. Coconut shrimp. But if they don't give you the special sauce that goes with it, it's like only getting half the ingredients that make the dish good. And I love their biscuits too. It's cheese biscuits. I think because it's really cold today. I don't know what it is. And I don't eat Red Lobster very often, but I ate there once this year, like last month or something. And I think maybe I'm still not satisfied because they did mess up the order. Okay. Should do his face too. Maybe just the outline of his face with this pen. Maybe, I don't know. Thinking about whether I should do his hair with this pen too. And I guess this ear. At first I thought I'd go for a more extreme angle. You know, setting up the pose, what I was imagining was a more extreme angle, but as I moved the viewpoint around and adjusted that, I ended up liking more something where it was extreme perspective. Okay, I think I'll be done with this for now. So we'll just rinse this nib off. So I'm sure I'll have to stick it in this pen cleaner later. But for now, this is good enough to clean it off. Now, what should I move on to next? I guess I'll go to these liners and get my tiniest liner. Size 1. Something I've been trying to work on is not putting too much ink on faces with my anime style. Because whenever I go too bold or put too many lines, then I'm not happy with the result. I gave him like visible fangs to enhance his evil look. Maybe he's actually a vampire. I'll leave it up to the viewer to decide. Also give him these really long, sharp, pointy eyelashes. Another thing to just enhance the evil look. I always like characters where their eyelashes are so extreme that you can see them off of their face like this. They stick out. Always like that. Also gave him really long, thin eyebrows. Usually like thicker eyebrows on everyone. But the long, thin seems to be good for bad guys, in my opinion. Really liking this. Okay, now I need to do his hair, but should I use this same pen or maybe go a little bigger? I guess I'll start with this smaller pen. From the beginning, when I decided to draw someone like this, I imagined him with long hair like this. Something else I want to practice from yesterday that I noticed yesterday, drawing an Ikemen. So I've done it right here, and now I just have to accept that, but here I remembered, wherever the eyes are, try not to ink the hair. That way it won't get so confused in that area of the face. I just gotta practice. Yay! I am again trying to keep this around an hour. I'm gonna do my best not to end up like yesterday where I just got so into it that I kept going and going. So I used up a lot of my stamina that needed to go elsewhere that day. I keep doing that. I'm just having so much fun with these drawings. But if I keep using up everything I have for the day on these, and all the major projects I'm working on are being neglected, that's not good. I couldn't tell with the graphite, but I made one of these eyebrows larger. I ended up inking more, so I'm going to have to add a little bit more to the smaller one. That's why, rather than waiting until the very end to erase the graphite, I erase it as soon as all the basic lines are done. I wasn't sure how I was gonna get all the really dark stuff in here, especially on the hand. I don't want to do the hand just all black because I want to be able to give it some dimension. But thinking about it just now, I think I will use a combination of heavy black block shading and hatching, and maybe cross hatching. I can technically dilute these inks with water, but I've learned in the past with this sketchbook that doing that makes the ink bleed to the next page. So I don't want to do that. Let's even out these brows a bit. There. That's all it needed. That's all. Kind of feel like waiting, doing a little bit more small work before going on to the big area over here for the hand. Getting some small details. If I leave his eyelashes like that, I could make them blue. Maybe I will just make his eyes, his eyelashes, and his hair blue. That would be good. I don't know how blue works on top of. So if I do that, I should probably add a little more. Let's see. At least add some hatching in here to show that this area is farther behind. Bigger one over here. Oh yeah, I should keep an eye on the reference image. The hand isn't the only place that needs this super dark shading. What I wanted to practice today was my shading techniques. So a lot of the light is hitting right here, and then the rest is super dark. Can't tell if this is still wet or if it's just that this ink is shiny. Oh, I'm gonna use pencil. The faces is always where I need to be super careful because I don't want to overdo anything. I do need a really dark shadow right here. something I've noticed as I've been more closely examining anime style art that I like in order that I can improve my own technique. Notice that the faces are actually relatively underdone. And I think that's why I've never been satisfied with my own anime style. So I was taking too much from life and adding too much detail. I think I liked it the way I had it. That's why the pencil is important. Test it out, see if it looks good. Does it look good? Change it. Once the ink is down, it's down. Gives him a little bit older appearance, but that's fine. He can be a more mature looking bad guy. There's nothing wrong with that. So his hair might even just block shade his hair. I'll like leave a couple strands. So what am I doing? Okay, this can go right here, so this can be all black. And then maybe from here down to here, all black. It smells like cookies in here. What the heck? Suddenly it smelled like cookies. Strange. Is it my own? I did put on vanilla pumpkin body butter after my shower today. I'm just suddenly smelling my own fragrance. So let's see, the shadow starts coming in right around here. I actually do hatching right here, but for now I'll just draw a line as if it's a in here. Maybe a little more curved like that. So step. Casting a strong shadow. And maybe right here. Some of this I'm just having to figure out from imagination, logic, and experience because my pose model doesn't have a shirt on, so I've got to figure that out for myself. No, I don't like that. I don't like that being too... Let's start with this. move on from there. I don't know what it is, but making this kind of art with physical materials is so satisfying. If I were to do the same thing in Clip Studio Paint, it just wouldn't be the same. Wouldn't have that. Like, as I fill these spaces in, it's just like, yes. Satisfying is the best word for it. It's just so satisfying. In digital programs, you can just click a button and click fill. But even if you didn't do that, even if you use the painting tools and manually filled it in the same way, it just doesn't feel the same. It's almost like a sense of accomplishment happens when it's in the real world, and this thing has come to be due to your own efforts. It doesn't seem like it should feel so epic like that, but it does. It's just fun, satisfying. Maybe it's because I've been working at this for so long, even before I decided to make art my profession, and I was just doing it because I enjoyed it so much. Like in high school, junior high school, that's when I first started making art like this. I've been working for so long since then just to improve my technique and be able to make the pictures that I imagine in my head. Maybe it's so satisfying because it's finally happening. I finally have the experience and the skills built up to make the type of art that I've always wanted to. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Let's turn them upside down so I have no risk of putting my hand on those spots I just inked. Alright, let's see how this works on his face. I think for these smaller areas I'm going to use a pen. I can use a bigger one here. Almost forgot this one. Yeah, this is going to look even better once I put the dark all over the hand. Right now, though, I'm going to erase any extra graphite that's still visible. Oh, bother. I just realized I inked his hair wrong. I inked it opposite what I wanted. Well, I guess that side of his hair is going to be completely black then. There's no other way to deal with it. Alright then. Let's go go back and re-ink this. I guess I can leave this little, nah, we'll see. Dang, I can't believe it. Can't believe I did it wrong. Oh well. That kind of stuff happens. What's important is being able to just move on. So I actually use a little white ink to make this collar from his shirt stand back out. Oh, I guess this is how it was going to be. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like in the end. I might like it just fine like this. Man, I can't believe I messed that up. Oh, that's all right. Okay, rinse out my brush again for now. Definitely coming back to the brush though. Okay, now I'm gonna do some lines for the hand. It's just gonna be wherever it's totally black, which is this whole area right here. Then it's like the roundness of this finger is visible. And then this finger is kind of like down here. Let's see. not good enough. Taking a little bit too long. Well, time is ticking. Now I really got to get this right. I was able to work that hair so that you can't really tell what I meant to do was not what actually happened. But here's this lot more important. Right in the viewer's face. Okay, now I'm going to fill this in, and I think I'm just going to go just fill it in at kind of the same angle that the hand is being held at. This is such a huge area to fill in. It didn't seem like it would be so big. Or the reality of it was not imaginable for me. It's taking longer than I thought to fill it in. I think it'll be worth it though. The contrast's gonna be so good. Woo-wee. Okay, the top is done. I mean the top part of the hat. Now the bottom part. Fill it in. I'll fill it in the same way, the same slant. First, draw these lines. Come on, bottle. Give me some ink. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, that's a good start. Clean off my brush. Well, rinse it off, clean it off proper later. Now what I wanted to do was use hatching and cross hatching. Since this is so close, I think I'm going to use this biggest pen. And this can also using hatching, if I use curved lines, just realized I've got some graphite to erase. If I use curved lines, I can give some dimension to this hand too. It's a little tough because the page is all warped from the wetness of the ink. Nope, it's taking too long again, dang it. Oh well. The bottom of this vase is so curled now. Look at it. So curled. My hatching lines aren't turning out as straight as I'd like because of the page being wobbly. This isn't exactly how I imagined this would look, but I think it's working what I wanted it to do. Oops. I got some ink on my pinky. Got it out over here. No. Oh, good. It erased. For the most part. Now, I'm not 100% satisfied with his face. I intended to come back to this. Since the light is coming so hard from this side over, I'm going to put some darker lines the opposite side to help intensify that. Plus, I wanted to do some anime style I don't know what you call this, texture, shading, little both. Dang it. After I use this small pen for a little while, it's like it needs the rest of the day to get charged back up. It's kind of annoying. This side is really quite dark in my lighting reference. I'm going to darken it up even more in the drawing. Darn this bubbly paper. It's messing up my hatching. Okay, now I'm going to try the blue ink. Just rinsing out my brush one more time to get as much black out as I can. Oh, that looks cool. I'm so glad that if I had to get a blue, it's this blue, because this blue is really good. I really like this shade. Looks so good with the black. A little bit back here too. This part where I ended up using a lot more ink than I wanted to. But I think it's fine. I think it looks fine. Wow, squishy. It's creaking. My sketchbook is creaking under my hand. It bugs me. Don't creak. Kind of cool. It's creaking because I'm putting my hand way up here in the corner. over here, the light source is super, super strong, so I'm gonna really try to reduce how much blue there is. I feel like I don't often see bad guys with hairs this color. I don't know what to make of that, I just kind of had that feeling. It's not a statement, just an observation. Okay. Eyelashes. I've always liked when characters have their eyelashes outlined and then colored in as a color, like instead of just black. Now his eyes. I didn't draw any highlights, so I'm just gonna mark a little circle on each eye. He's gonna need some more black ink to give him some pupils. Oh, though, I should probably have put. Oh, what the heck? I'll just do it. I forgot it was eyebrows. I was so distracted by his stylized eyelashes. Forgot that his eyebrows should also be blue. I mean, I guess they don't have to be. thanks to a friend I had in 6th grade who had very light blonde hair naturally. She was not the type of person that would ever dye, or she wouldn't have even ever pierced her ears or anything. So I knew that it does actually occur that hair like here and hair on the eyebrows can be a totally different color, because her eyebrows were almost black, they were so dark, but she had this really light blonde hair. So whenever I see characters with that sort of design where the eyebrows are a different color than the hair, some people make an issue out of it as if, well, that can't be, but it can be. I know. I've seen it in real life. Or they'll make an issue like, oh, why did that person dye their hair and not their eyebrows? Now they don't match, and it doesn't have to match. Even nature doesn't think it has to match. Let's see. Right, I wanted to do something. Maybe this little tiny one will behave. Do a side pupil. And hold it up like this. This blue ink is kind of shiny, so it's kind of hard to see. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do a darker line right here. And darker lines on the outside. Okay, I'm done. Wasn't able to stay within an hour. But I want to be happy with what I make too, so. If I had stopped after 1 hour just because I felt I needed to stop in order to stay within the time limit, I wouldn't have been satisfied with this drawing. I wish my handwriting was prettier. It looks so choppy. Oh well. I'm not a letterer, I'm an illustrator. Okay, that's it for today. My drawing for the prompt Cruel. One more day. I'm going to be doing this week. Tomorrow I'll be back at the same time. Thank you for watching.